Hello and welcome to Whitehorse RV. This will be the demo on the 2018 Starcraft Launch 19 BHS Outfitter. Alright, this model comes with one single propane tank there, your regulators there. You have your 24 series Marine RV battery. It gets charged when the trailer is plugged in, or if your vehicle's 7 ways plugged in and charging it. You have your stabilizer jacks on all 4 corners right there. There's a handle inside the compartment to operate them. Coming around to this side here, you have all your info right there for your tire pressure and sizes and all. Your outside shower is located right here. Has the hot and cold. You also have a black tank flush right there. You want to make sure that you have the black valve for the toilet open before you put water into that, and make sure you shut the water off before you shut that valve. The black valve there, that does just your toilet. You have your gray valve here, which is your shower and sinks. You can leave the gray open if you're hooked up to septic at a campground, but you want to leave your black closed to your 2/3, dump it, then re-shut it to re-add your chemical. Coming on over, you have your cord here, a 30 amp cord attached to the trailer that pulls in and out. The back of your refrigerator is located there with the upper half there. You want to make sure that the vents in them are both clean and clear. And once you take the covers off, just inspect and clean out if there's anything in there. You just need a coin or your key. Just got to twist out a quarter turn, both of them, and you can pop it out. This here would be your campground cable in. This is your city water connection for pressurized water feed if you're at the campground or at home. This is to fill your fresh tank. That is if you're going to be somewhere where you will not have a water supply, or while you're in transit. You can use your water pump and supply your own water. You have the low point drain there to drain the fresh water tank. Then here's the outside of your water heater. It has a nylon plug. You want to make sure you always use a nylon drain plug in it. It's an aluminum tank, so you don't want to use brass or steel. Coming around, this model has a rear slide out, which extends out the back. And your rear stabilizer jacks are located right there. You have a propane output for a grill that will feed off your front propane tank. We also have outside outlets, which are connected to the GFI inside, the exhaust for your furnace, the vent for your hood stove, outside speakers, and this also has a power awning. It also has a connection and pre-wired for solar. Going inside, you have your bunk area here. Then for your power awning, it's this switch here. You hit extend and it will run your awning out. Retract will run your awning in. These models use gas struts to push the awning out. So if it gets windy, you want to bring the awning in. Excessive wind can cause it to move too much and break itself. You have your slide out control here. On this model, you'll hear the clicking noise. That means you have fully extended or retracted. You have your monitor panel here to give you your different reads. By pushing the button, it'll tell you what's in what tank. You have your water pump switch here and your LP water heater switch here. It auto lights. You just have to turn this on. If this red light comes on and stays on, it means it did not light. You want to turn it off and turn it on again. It'll try 3 times light before it goes into that safe mode. Here are just lights for inside and out. Run off these switches. You have your fire extinguisher there. You have your thermostat here for your heater. This runs the furnace only. Pushing this knob in turns the furnace on. The bottom slide is your temperature. Pushing it back off turns it off. It's very stiff when you're pushing it. It's just there, so don't pop on and off easily, so it is a little stiff. And you will hear the fan in the furnace run after it shuts off just to clear it out and cool it down. Your stove, you will need a grill lighter to light it. You just put it to high. Use a lighter, light the burner. This is the stove hood. This goes to the vent on the outside. This model also has a household refrigerator that operates off 110. You have an RV refrigerator here. You have your controls here to turn it on or off. Turn it to auto, or propane. If it's out, it's on propane. If it's in, it's on auto. And if you lose 110, it'll switch itself to propane. If this light comes on, it means it did not light. You want to turn it off, turn it on again, and see if it was just airbound. This model also has a stereo, which is located right there. It's also the DVD player with the jacks here to connect your television, your cable connection, an antenna. The booster switch is located here. The red light's on, it's blocking the cable, and it's boosting the antenna signal. Switch off with the light out means it will allow campground cable to come in now. Coming into our bathroom. The Gfi outlet is located here. This outlet controls all the outlets in the coach. I would check that if you're having a 110 problem with an outlet before I go to the fuse panel, because that usually pops first. This model has a vent. Just turn the knob to open or shut your vent. Shower and shower curtain. Your furnace is located down there. That's where it will blow the hot air out. Coming to over here, underneath your refrigerator, is your fuse panel. This has all your 110 and 12 volt fuses. You also have your CO and LP detector there. That is hardwired into the coach. It runs off your battery. So if you're letting it sit for a while, you may want to unhook your battery, because that will bring the battery down eventually. Your smoke detector is located here. That runs off a 9 volt battery inside of it. This is your bed area with your mattress. When you're bringing this slide out in, you need to clear it by moving these cushions. You need to have the cushions out of the way. This one also, you need to put all the cushions lower than the slide out. Your slide out level is right here. So you need to be lower than that point on everything in the coach before you bring that in. You also need to put your table into the lower position, like you're using it as a bed. You have to stow it that way to bring the slide out in. It sits on these ledges down here and across. If you had to override this slide out, you would put your crank handle here, and you could manually crank it in or out. All your lights in here have a little push button in the center to turn them on and off. Now, your air conditioner here, these are your vents. For venting, you use them to control how much air you want where. There's one on all 4 sides. There's also the center quick dump right there. And your controls are here to turn on just fan or AC and fan. And the air conditioner runs on 110 only on a 25 amp or higher service. I believe that will be all for this demo. Any questions, you can contact us or check your owner's manuals. Thank you. Have a nice day.